Hey everybody, it's that time again. Let's talk about what's going on all across the Dallas-Fort Worth market and Collin County where I specialize. And as usual, before I get into the numbers, I like to give a little bit of context. So of course, we all know the war's still going on. Strait of Hormuz is open, then it's not. And that's driving oil prices up. West Texas Intermediate's about 84.5 today. Brent Seed is up over 86. That's inflationary. We're told inflation's dropping. I haven't seen it at the grocery stores. Gas prices continue to rise. They're just all over the place. They're bipolar. And in terms of interest rates, 10-year T-bills up to 4.72. That is not good for you if you're out looking to get a mortgage rate fixed. So keep that in mind. Don't drag your feet if you're out there looking. It's trading in a range, so it may not be varying that much, but it's a good market for you as a buyer to go ask sellers for concessions. And sellers, I'm seeing that. My listings, when we get offers, people want seller concessions. My buyers are asking for that as well. So sellers just know that that's an expectation out there. You don't always have to give monetary concessions. It could be things like leaving things behind for the buyer that are in the home that maybe you don't want to take to the new place, washer, dryer, refrigerator, TVs, other types of furniture, maybe some things in the yard, things such as that. So just keep that in mind. Not everything has to be monetary as a concession. You can get creative, and you need to in this market. It's a great market for buyers and sellers. All sellers are typically a buyer. If you're selling, buying another home, you're going to get it less. You're going to make less on yours, but you're going to get a better price, and the price is what matters. The rate, it's not that it's not irrelevant, but that's subject to change. The biggest drag out there right now are property taxes and insurance. Hopefully we'll see some relief in that at some point in the future. Now let's talk about what's going on all across Dallas-Fort Worth. Last week there were 7,890 new listings. That's up 59 from the week before. 943 homes went back on the market, down 74. 1,035 sellers didn't get the message that it's not a seller's market. Increase the price of their home. That's up 33. 11,121 home sellers did get the memo, decrease the price of their home. That's up 466 from the week before. So you can see that is not quite 4,000 more homes that were decreased in price than new listings hit the market. Buyers, it's an opportunity for you to get out there. And if you're looking in Collin County, you're going to want to pay close attention to the numbers there. There are 1,599 homes that went under contract last week in DFW. That's up 48. 4,472 homes closed last week. That's down 142 from the prior week. 714 homes expired off MLS. That's up 60. And 2,455 homeowners canceled their listings on MLS. That's up 99. They're probably not listening to their agents. I'm seeing more and more of that where homes are way overpriced for the condition. Sellers, if you're trying to sell and your home's in questionable condition, you probably, at a minimum, need to price it well. You need to price it well even in good condition, but you may need to be thinking of offering concessions or credits. That's the only way you're going to get it to move, because a lot of buyers want move-in ready homes. And if yours isn't move-in ready, they're going to move on to the next one. As sellers, if you're not wanting to make repairs, that's why so many are going back on the market. That's why sellers are canceling, because they're not listening to the agents. Now, let's talk about Collin County. There's currently 6,489 opportunities. That's homes that are active in Collin County. 421 homes went under contract last week. 1,408 homes are pending as of this week. And year to date, just in Collin County, we've had 10,865 homes closed. So if anyone tells you that homes are not selling, they are. Sure, they're not moving as quickly or for as much as they were. And prices, depending where you're at, Collin County is down 6.1% over the last year, with the exception of Frisco, Prosper, and Salina. They're down 9%. I'm talking to sellers looking for cash offers every day. Many of them are unrealistic on what to expect. Just keep that in mind. Don't be shocked when you get a quote from someone about what they're willing to pay for cash, not a mortgage. So not always the best route. If you have a reason you need to sell, a cash offer may be good for you, but just know it's going to give you a haircut. If you have any questions about what's going on in your market, feel free to reach out to me. I will have some new content here, hopefully this week. Stay cool out there. Keep those foundations wet, not oversaturated, but you definitely want to, especially with this long drought period we're in. And make sure that every 30 days in this heat that you're putting 8 ounces of bleach down the pipe in your AC. If you have questions about anything related to home maintenance, you can also call me too, or anything else you need. All my contact information's at the end of this video. I'd love if you like, share, and subscribe. So would my dog Augustus, the little guy in the bow tie who's sitting on my desk at the bumper in all the videos. See you next week.